There are 5 basic elements of shape. We have a dot, a circle, straight line, curved line, and angle line. Anything in the world that you want to draw, whether it be very simple or complex, is made up of a combination of these things. These 5 elements, no less and no more. So if you want to draw a car, it's going to be a series of straight lines and angle lines. If you're going to draw the moon, it's a dot. If you're going to draw a bird, it's a bunch of curved lines. So all of the drawings we do coming up, we're going to be using these elements: straight lines, curved lines, angle lines, dots, and circles. So for this first drawing, we are going to do what is called a non-objective drawing. But what that means, non-objective, is there's no recognizable objects in the picture. So there's no flowers, cars, or birds, or houses. It's purely just going to be some line, shape, and then color and pattern. So some of the elements of art. All right. So I'm going to give you a step of instructions. As I do that, I will show you kind of what I'm talking about. Now, you don't have to copy exactly what I show. This is just an example so that you can understand what I'm talking about. So I will give you a step of instructions. You can use anything that you can find to draw with. It can be crayons, markers, pens, pencils, anything that you have around the house. I'm using Crayola markers, so if you have those, that's great. If not, use whatever you have. All right, so the first step, you are going to draw 3 straight lines anywhere on the paper. But those lines have to go all the way across from edge to edge. So it might look something like this. Again, yours doesn't have to look exactly like this. You can put your lines wherever you want. So 3 straight lines anywhere on the paper, going all the way across from edge to edge. The next thing you want to do is make 3 dots of different sizes. So a small, a medium, and a large dot. So remember, dots don't have to be perfect circles. They can be irregular shaped. As long as it is colored in, we're going to call that a dot. All right, so 3 dots anywhere on the paper, varying sizes of a small, medium, and a large. All right. Change colors. Let's draw 1 big circle anywhere on the paper. Remember, circles don't have to be perfect circles. They can be irregular. Okay, so far we have straight lines, dots, and circles. All right, next we're going to do a curved line. Pick a different color. Start at one of your dots. We're going to start drawing a curved line. This curved line can go all over the paper and end off the edge somewhere. So, start at one of the dots, let it curve all over the paper and run off the edge somewhere. Then finally, the last thing that we have not used yet is angle lines. So, these are things that you use when you're drawing stuff like triangles, rectangles, squares, those types of things. We're going to do 3 angle lines. They have to start and stop from the edge of the paper. So it'll look something like this. There is a triangle. This may be a kind of a rectangle shape over here. And let me put another one over here that has a series of angle lines. And there we go. So the idea here was to break up the space. As you can see, this is an example of a non-objective drawing. There's no objects in it. It's just line, some dots, and some circles. So look at your paper. And if you see an area that's kind of empty, it looks like it might need something else, add another couple of lines just so that you have a nice balance. All right, now the way that you finish this drawing is each one of these spaces has to have a color, a pattern, or a texture. So it could be a solid color, it could be a blended fade color, or it can have pattern. So I'm going to show you some examples of what that can look like. So here's the first one. As you can see, lots of different colors and patterns. There's some solid colors, there's some faded colors, and then there's tons of different patterns. You can't leave any of the spaces blank. They all have to have some type of a pattern. So here's another one, has brick pattern, wood grain, animal prints, checkerboard. This one might be like a motherboard computer. Here's another one that has polka dots, spirals, plaid, solid colors. So this is how you finish this non-objective drawing.